Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we'll explore how to store JSON data into MySql database. Without further delay, let's get started. So we'll create springboot project from start.spring.io. So I'm selecting Maven project. Group name I have mentioned AJTech. Artifact name I mentioned spring hyphen MySql hyphen JSON and package name com.ajtech. So I have selected Java 17. Now we'll add the dependencies. One is web, another one is JPA, another one is MySql driver, and last one Lombok. So I have added 4 dependencies. Now we'll generate project. So project is generated. We'll import into IntelliJ IDE. Yeah, project is loaded into IntelliJ IDE. Now we'll create project structure. As per this use case, we need to store this JSON data into MySql. So we'll create entity, next we'll create repository, next service, next controller. So now we'll create one entity for this. So we'll create entity like product. So we need to mark this class as entity. So we need to use annotation entity, and we need to define table name product, and we'll add setters and getters using Lombok. This is no argument constructor and this is all argument constructor. So now we'll give properties for this product. So private integer product ID, private string product details. So in the first field it will store ID, and second field means it in the second column it will store complete product details like product name, price, which category this product is belongs to. Everything will store in the form of JSON in the product details. So we'll mark this ID as annotation ID to generate auto increment. So annotation. So for that one we need to use generated value formula strategy generated type identity. Using this formula we are automatically generate this ID. Now our entity class is ready. Now we'll create the repository for this. New repository is interface. Now we'll create product repository extends JPA repository. So entity class is product comma integer is a data type. So we need to mark this interface as annotation repository. Now we'll create service for this product service. Now we'll create one method to save the product into database. So we'll just return some confirmation email using that string value. Okay, so we'll use save product, and argument we need to use directly will pass directly JSON. Okay, string JSON, will pass directly JSON. Now we need to call to the save method from the repository. So we need to create object for that product repository. We need to use annotation auto-where to create object. So before doing saving that one, what we need to do, we need to create one object for product equal to new product, and we'll set product dot set product details, and we need to set this product details into this product. This is the product details. Now we will do save product repository dot save of product. So it will store product into the database and product detail as a JSON. Once it is completed, we will return product saved successfully. We will return this message back. Now we need to create API for this one. Before that, we need to mark this one as annotation service. So service is ready. Now we'll create one endpoint in the controller class. Create product controller, and here we can define one method public string save product, and argument you need to pass string JSON string JSON string. Now we need to create object for product service. Product service is equal to, you can use annotation auto-where to create object for this product service. Now we need to call product service dot save product with this JSON string, and it will return the confirmation message. It is a save operation, so we need to use HTTP save request post mapping. Okay, so we need to mark this class as annotation REST controller and annotation request mapping to products. Okay, so this is my endpoint products. Whenever call this product, it will save product into the database. So inside, while saving, it will product table, it will create one product ID is one column and product detail is another column, and this product details column, it will store all the information in the form of JSON. So now our service controller repository entity, everything is ready. Now we'll add our database properties into application.properties file. Here is my database properties. We have the database MySql and test is the database. So before that one, we need to install the MySql database in your system. If you want to know how to install MySql database, already I uploaded one video regarding that. You can go through that. So this is my MySql database, and here if you see, I have a test schema. Inside that I have a product. I'll delete this product table. So now product table is deleted, and we'll try to perform these operations. So now we'll start this application. So before going to start, I need to change my server port. Okay, server port I mentioned 9898. Let me start this application now. So application is started. So if you see this query, so create table is executed. Now we can go to the database and you can just refresh. Now product table is created with ID and product underscore details. Okay, so if you see, it is showing varchar. It should be a type JSON actually. So here we not mentioned any kind of type for this field, so it is created as varchar. So if you want JSON column, then we need to specify this one column definition equal to JSON. Now it will generate this product details column as JSON type. We'll try to rerun this application one more time. So you need to remember this one, we need to give JSON. So application is started. You can go to the database, you can refresh this database. Now if you see, this is the JSON. Okay, so there is no data now as of now in this table. So application is started now. So if you see, so we have the products API, and here we have in post mapping, and we are expecting JSON string as an argument. Now we'll test this one from the Postman. So now application is up and running, and we have only one endpoint, that is product, and we'll pass this JSON string as argument, and we'll save this one into the database as a JSON. We'll test this one from the Postman. So here is our API, and we'll setting product name. So here I'm passing product name and price and category, and we can hit this API. So it is showing product saved is successfully. Then you can go to the database and you can refresh this, and if you see, so product information is saved as a JSON format. Like this you can store JSON data into MySql database using Springboot applications. Thank you, thanks for watching. If this video is helpful for you, please like, share and subscribe my channel.